Hello there! What you are seeing right now is actually not normal. This is a flight from Rome to Alaska. Now normally you don't get to see this because it doesn't happen very often. But since Alaska Airlines now flies direct from Rome to Seattle, it means that you can actually connect through there and get to Alaska. And that is what we did. We flew from London to Rome and then connected through there to get to Seattle. And then from Seattle, we flew to Anchorage, which is in Alaska. Now flights to Alaska are not cheap, especially from the UK. So what we did is, we actually found a really good deal on a flight to Rome. And then we just added a couple of connecting flights onto that. So we had one flight with British Airways from London to Rome, and then 3 connecting flights with Alaska Airlines all the way up to Anchorage. It was a long journey, but it was so worth it because it was absolutely amazing when we got there. So if you do fancy going to Alaska, make sure you check for those connecting flights because it could actually be a really good way of saving some money. So we arrived in Anchorage and it was -2 degrees when we got there. So it was freezing cold, but the sun was shining and the snow was sparkling. And it was just an absolutely beautiful day. And even though it was -2 degrees, it didn't feel that cold because it was so dry. Like the air was so dry that it didn't feel as cold as it actually was. And we spent a couple of days just exploring Anchorage. And then we went on a dog sledding tour. And this was amazing. We went with a company called Iditarod Dog Sledding. And they took us out into the wilderness, just outside of Anchorage. And we got to go on a dog sled, and it was just an amazing experience. The dogs were so cute, and they were all really friendly, and they loved giving us a little lick. And then after that, we went to a really cool museum called the Alaska Aviation Museum. It was just so interesting to learn about all of the different planes that are used in such extreme weather conditions. And then we also got to see the massive cargo planes that bring in all of the supplies to the different towns and cities in Alaska. Because a lot of the stuff that you find in shops in Alaska is actually flown in. So it's really interesting to learn about how all of that works. If you are flying to Alaska, I highly recommend that you do a little road trip as well, because it is just breathtaking. The landscapes are just incredible. There's so much snow, and the mountains are just huge. It really does feel like you're in a winter wonderland, and I cannot wait to go back to Alaska one day. It is definitely one of my favorite places that I have ever traveled to, and I hope that you get the chance to go there one day too. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos, and share with your friends. I'll see you guys next week.